Well, happy 4th, everybody. I hope you are actually happy 3rd. But anyway, I hope that it's kind of got, I think all of us all mixed up this week with the holiday, due to the fact it's tomorrow, and some of us have to go to work. Some of us started early over the weekend, some of us didn't. But anyway, regardless, please be safe out there with traffic, with fireworks, with noises, with the animals, with just driving, drinking, all festivities, all that's going on. So just be super careful out there. Anyway, my thought today is on freedoms. You know, we take a lot of our freedoms for granted, and uh, in the land of the free, so to speak. And this is not some political message, by the way. I don't get into that, as y'all know. But we do have freedoms. We do have freedoms, freedom of speech and freedom of thought and uh, freedom to always stand up for what is right at all costs. Um, you know, we have so many freedoms that we take for granted, and um, that we could be using for good, that we could be using to set an example, that we could be using to make a difference, to serve a purpose, to get other people enthralled to do something in a positive way. Um, but sometimes we don't. We just, we get into our habits, we get into our routines, and flat out take things for granted. Because we've had these freedoms, and that's the way it is, and it's always going to be, it seems, and so therefore, we don't think about them in the terms of, wow, there's so many other places and situations where how I'm handling this, I wouldn't have that right to do so, or I wouldn't have the freedom to uh, walk down the street and uh, with a picket sign and show my strength and belief for this particular cause. Um, and that's one thing I think it's important too in our freedoms, that we try to show our beliefs and use our freedoms for good. Um, you know, to get other like-minded people on board. In lawful ways, not to project things in a negative way and to get negative attention and whatnot. You know, um, and I'm so grateful, I'm sure as we all are, that our forefathers fought for our freedoms. And of course, today in this, even tomorrow, what better time to talk about our freedoms? Um, there's so many places that don't have any freedoms. That they not only in the physical realm, but financial realm and everything else. They're penalized and punished, and so we need to be grateful. And again, this is not some political message, because I'm not about that at all. In fact, most of y'all know that I'm not about any of what's going on anyway. But if we didn't have our freedoms, I don't think we would be able to do so many things, and leave so many other people to get on board and to dedicate their causes and to try to make a difference. And so today, if you can help somebody in their cause and it's something you believe in, by all means, get on board. Or just be have an attitude of gratitude about the freedoms that you have. That even though they may seem minuscule, there's some places and countries where people don't have those freedoms. They can't walk down the street and say what they mean, or explicit in ways why they believe they do. Um, but hopefully that we'll display our freedoms in the right ways, and to have a revolution of people to follow for the right reasons and for the right motives, and for us to make those kind of stands, um, and never to use our freedoms in negative ways, or um, at the fact of hurting someone else in the process. So anyway, today just think about how humbling it is that we have our freedoms and we have the ability to say, think, and be who we are, and all the aspirations that we can hope to have, and hopefully set a good example to those that have struggled, you know, in this country, and continually still do, unfortunately, because of factors, you know. And so don't take those freedoms for granted. In fact, try to help others to attain their freedoms if you can, in the right ways, and in the right direction, and the right sense of heart in doing so. But anyway, may God bless America and you, and just be grateful for your freedoms and use them in positive, uplifting, and motivated, for one person or for the masses kind of way. So have a beautiful day. Make it count. Be safe out there. Talk at you later.